Whey protein. Today it's a staple in fitness, but its story began centuries ago. In ancient cheese-making traditions, whey was seen as waste. The watery byproduct left after milk curdling was discarded for generations. But by the 20th century, food scientists discovered its high protein content and exceptional amino acid profile. That's when whey began its transformation from waste to one of the most efficient protein sources on the planet. It all starts with raw milk, mostly sourced from dairy farms in the United States, Europe, and New Zealand. The milk is first tested for purity, temperature, and bacterial load. Once approved, it's transported in refrigerated tanks to processing plants. Here, it's immediately pasteurized to eliminate pathogens and stabilize the product. The next step is separating milk into two main components, curds and whey. This is done using enzymes or acids to coagulate the casein proteins into curds, which are used for cheese. The remaining liquid, called whey, is rich in fast-digesting proteins, lactose, minerals, and a small amount of fat. The separation process is often carried out in large stainless steel vats with automated monitoring systems. The liquid whey is pumped into massive holding tanks before going through ultrafiltration. In this stage, membrane filters remove much of the lactose, fat, and water, while allowing the smaller protein molecules to pass through. The goal is to concentrate the protein content while reducing unnecessary elements. Several passes through micro and ultrafiltration systems raise the protein percentage significantly, often from 6% to 35% or more. At this stage, the concentrated whey is still in liquid form. It's then sent to a spray drying chamber, a tall sealed tower where hot air circulates at high velocity. The liquid is sprayed into the top of the tower as fine droplets. As they fall, heat rapidly evaporates the moisture, leaving behind fine whey protein powder. The drying process is tightly controlled to avoid damaging the proteins or affecting solubility. The resulting powder is collected at the bottom and cooled. At this point, it's known as whey protein concentrate, typically containing 70 to 80% protein by weight. For purer forms, this concentrate undergoes additional filtration or ion exchange processes to remove more lactose and fat. That's how whey protein isolate is made, often reaching 90% protein content or higher. A more specialized form, hydrolyzed whey, is pre-digested using enzymes for faster absorption. Once the desired protein type is reached, the powder goes through a sifting system to break down clumps and ensure a uniform texture. Some batches are blended with flavoring agents, sweeteners, or stabilizers, depending on the final product specification. Even at this stage, hygiene and air purity are closely regulated to meet food safety standards. Quality control is part of every step. Protein content is verified through chemical testing such as the Kjeldahl analysis. Moisture levels, microbiological counts, and metal detection are all performed regularly. Samples from each batch are retained and monitored for stability over time. A failed test at any point triggers a full batch rejection or reprocessing. The final product is sent to automated packaging lines. Each bag or container is filled with pre-measured powder, typically 1 to 5 kilograms for industrial packaging or 500 grams to 1 kilogram for retail. Nitrogen flushing is often used before sealing to displace oxygen and preserve freshness. Every container is labeled with its batch number, expiry date, nutritional breakdown, and regulatory marks for traceability. After packaging, the product goes through a final inspection phase, both visual and digital. Robotic arms scan barcodes and reject any containers that don't meet preset tolerances. Then the product is boxed, stacked on pallets, and sent to distribution warehouses. Climate-controlled storage ensures the powder remains stable until it reaches stores or is exported internationally. Here's a surprising fact. It takes roughly 200 liters of milk to produce just 1 kilogram of whey protein isolate. And while it was once a waste product, today the global whey protein market is valued at over $10 billion. Athletes aren't the only users. Hospitals, food manufacturers, and even infant formula producers rely on whey protein's digestibility and amino acid profile. Its absorption rate is among the fastest of any protein, ideal for post-workout recovery. It contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein source. In fact, whey has one of the highest biological values, meaning more of it is retained and used by the body. For people with increased protein needs, from bodybuilders to burn patients, it's unmatched in efficiency. The environmental impact is also being addressed. Some manufacturers are moving toward low-energy filtration systems, carbon-neutral drying towers, and recyclable packaging. There's even growing interest in using solar power in spray drying operations. While whey protein production remains resource-intensive, it's adapting to meet new sustainability standards. From humble dairy farms to high-tech drying chambers, whey protein's journey reflects how innovation turns waste into gold. Each scoop of powder represents a highly controlled, multi-phase system of chemistry, biology, and mechanical precision. Whether mixed into shakes, bars, or smoothies, the powder's simplicity hides its industrial complexity. It's not just about fitness anymore. Whey protein is found in baking mixes, meal replacements, baby food, and even clinical nutrition products. Its adaptability makes it one of the most valuable and versatile ingredients in modern food science. Behind the clean label is a story of transformation, process, and scale. So next time you open a tub of protein, remember the filtration towers, the separation chambers, and the chemistry labs behind it. It's more than a supplement. It's a product of modern dairy engineering, evolved over decades of research and refinement. Clean, consistent, and powerful. If you found this video useful, press that subscribe button below, or at least give the video a like.